Okay. It seems better now. It's difficult to tell. I don't know. I think I just needed to restart OBS. I don't know what it was wrong with it. But it seems like it's... Granted, there's also like no movement right now, but either way, it was like all over the place, and it seems pretty steady now. So okay, let's just get back to it.
A lie?
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
What were his last words?
The terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other?
It seemed like they
People
didn't.
keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Oh right, he was calling her that.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from
Does
different
Maki have a
backgrounds.
crush on Kaito?
So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her.
Oh no,
She wouldn't commit suicide.
Himiko's
She
gonna
wouldn't
become
try
a
to take us
heartless.
down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
That doesn't even make sense. I don't
Suicide.
think.
That would answer all of our questions.
It would answer very
If
few
you
of them
insist you
actually.
believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
You already forgot what was discussed at this point? Yeah, I don't...
All right.
Did they explain the logic behind her killing herself and then somehow tossing the sickle
If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like.
through the floor? I don't know.
But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
I guess she wouldn't, but yeah, I don't know. That's enough. Maybe she just wanted to throw you off. She just doesn't seem... I can't imagine how or I can't imagine that she would. She doesn't seem like the type to do that. And there was no hint that that would happen.
So far, suicide seems to be the...
Died in a crunch position, the injury on the back of her neck was deep, probably not enough to kill her immediately.
best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Oh wait, what did this? 11 a.m. Stabbed in the back of her neck, resulting in death. No other injuries. Okay.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have
Oh, great.
secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
It actually seems very
Finally, with the
unlikely.
last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
Well, I mean, like, she wasn't dead immediately, so that wouldn't actually contradict that. Trying to...
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take
Okay.
us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
I don't like that I'm stuck in this mode.
But if Tenko did commit suicide,
My health is draining, I just realized.
explain how she died during the seance.
Uh-oh. I didn't know that.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally,
Come on.
with the last of her strength,
That's a
she threw the
problem.
sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces.
That's a big problem. I didn't know it was going to continuously drain my health. And I also found out you cannot cancel out of it.
Did commit suicide, it would
Because sometimes I
explain how she
don't
died during
know.
the seance. She secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength,
There we go.
I'll reveal the truth.
Get that V perjury going.
Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle.
That's
on
what
the
that's what we
floor
need in Street Fighter V. V perjury.
because she died instantly.
instantly.
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Do they need to type that out
Lucky.
like that? Just
You're
go
right.
along with
I
it.
completely forgot about that important detail. Tenko died instantly.
Whenever someone says they forgot something, you could like.
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Just because.
How could you forget that, Maki Roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Excuse me?
Why apologize to him? Why?
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit
Like I was saying, like the lie thing.
Goodness, Himiko.
I don't know.
Which means someone definitely killed
Because sometimes
Tenko
it's
during
not
the
clear
seance.
what it's going to switch to, but you lose health if you use it,
Because
so
we could not determine how she
you can't even check.
No!
But all of them have a
We're gonna
variant.
figure it out.
Like every single clue has a variant, even if it's useless.
Peculiar during the seance? If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Magic
Did anything
circle.
seem out of the ordinary during the
Cross
seance?
piece.
There is
Sound.
something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed.
Yep.
The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall, I think.
I'm more concerned about how dark it got in there.
It doesn't sound like something falling, it sounds like something
Totally
breaking.
pitch black. My job was to relight the candles. Moving along the walls was seriously tough.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Bad. While we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
There we go.
I agree.
Why doesn't someone else corroborate that part of the story?
You think that's
Imagine the other two heard it too. Well, Kokichi doesn't like helping, so. Actually, what was... Well, I'm not gonna be able to check it right now. Oh, I can. Never mind. Oh wait, no, Kokichi was in the room. Right, never mind.
It like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
No one else can corroborate because they can't deny you your gameplay. Yeah. I know that's the answer to like every question I have is gameplay, but everything that happened in the dark. Oh, so was it? I mean, it wasn't Kokichi.
I was wrong.
Okay, well, unless it was the same noise is what they mean. Nope. This is unfair because most of this I lost. Other thing that happened? Was it the floorboard?
This is it. I think the floorboard
guess.
coming off had something to do with that sound. That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
Did Tenko fall through the floor?
could the floorboard have made such a loud sound though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
Alright then. I mean, we're not gonna put our heads together. I'm going to do it all myself, but you know, it's whatever.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
No.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor.
So we're going for the cross piece, and then the Kokichi
Then
thing is
stood
gonna
up with
be.
such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
A floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous. God, it's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball.
You
I mean,
the
we already
only
knew it
expert
wasn't
who
loose
calls to say
before.
that, Mew.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and Balls are the best of friends?
Yep, that's what I need. That's the clue I need.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
Wait, is that?
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might. But we already said there was no one under the floor. Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
Oh no.
So what made the floorboard
come loose? Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force. In the same, maybe that person tore.
Or not.
Oh no!
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Well, the dried blood is nothing. That would have had to have been there for a while.
Must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
No, it didn't.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floor.
Okay. I was thinking no, because that's not what happened.
She is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
Okay, sure.
The floorboards fit perfect.
That
Those
doesn't
are
make
the
sense.
First time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation,
It's
one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the cross piece?
they. Well, yeah, wouldn't they have to cut it and then stomp it? And how did they cut it? One end, yeah. Is the floorboard that large? It wasn't broken. That was, like, cut. I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure where you're going with this. Sure. Something to do with the seance? No. C? Oh. What's that? Oops. Seesaw. I have no idea what the rest is. That's not correct, so. Seesaw. Well. Well, I guess Shuichi did it.
Is this real?
Make preparations and return.
We can't let it end here.
I still don't understand the logic behind them thinking that you did it. I guess because you don't have anyone you're trying to defend, like in Phoenix, right? So it's like... No. Seesaw... What? F? Is this a term that I'm unaware of?
I see now.
Sure. The problem with these is I'm never sure exactly what they're looking for.
Right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
Like that could have just been seesaw, and that would have been enough. But seesaw effect was like, I don't like why that seemed like an extra word that didn't need to be there.
The other two cross pieces holding
And also, yes, I do not know where he got this idea from or what this has to do with anything,
meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece,
or how this would benefit anything.
the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds
Kyo's the
like a
killer.
seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that, unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill
Is the sickle like
with the
taped
sickle.
to the... I don't know, that doesn't make any sense.
How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
It's a sickle on the bottom of the... Next to the cage, underneath the floorboard? Top of the cage?
That's it.
But I don't understand how they would have gotten it there because we saw that it wasn't in the
Top
cage.
of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble. But the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw,
How did you figure all this out?
Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the
I would think
top
the
of
simple answer would have been, well, they just cut through the thing, cut through the floorboard,
She was
and...
bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
And then
The
just
6-inch
just
sickle blade wasn't long
stuck
enough to
the
stab
sickle up
Tenko in
there.
a crouch position. But with the
Did,
floorboard
okay.
acting as
They
a
didn't say how
seesaw,
long it
he could
was.
compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
And also, how did they get the sickle there? Was it under the
It's crazy,
cloth?
but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
Good old
The
fashioned.
craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know?
You could have prepped that as
They can't get
Kyo.
away with murder the normal way.
Probably.
So they gotta think outside the box.
I mean, plus I remember him telling Himiko to stand back.
Culprit. You did a great job keeping me entertained.
So I'm guessing he told her that so he could walk around the thing without.
Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
No, it was you.
Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
Why?
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
She did choose that room, though. I mean, well, no, because we know that the other. I bet he just cut, because all he'd have to do is cut the rooms. All you have to do is cut them in all the rooms, and Kokichi. Which, did they say which room he was investigating? Yeah. It was that the other room also had it, so he probably just did it for all 3 rooms. It wouldn't even matter.
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance.
Those are the only 3
You
rooms where you
even
could
had
do it.
Instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time.
Like this
Then she
shadow
waited for me
Himiko.
to host the seance and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it.
Why did she? Did she say the middle room like that? That's suspicious, but it's not. It doesn't matter. All according to Keikaku.
Himiko did such a thing?
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
But why would Kyo have killed Tenko?
Wait, we don't know that, right?
I don't know. I don't think motive is something you exactly have to
Right,
determine.
Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tenko? I killed Tenko?
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
I mean, what's wrong? No. No, it does not. Let's save. Save. Oh, man. What am I saving? What am I fighting for? Alright, this is the thing.
Well, now.
The intermission segment. Nah, this ain't my intermission. Oh.
It's okay.
There are no victims. What? Wow. You're not a victim. Because you get a funeral.
This is my impression of a spooky, scary ghost.
Please stop. This isn't the spooky stream.
I'm fine with
Not right now.
but impressions of them are
Save
so
it for
scary.
Tuesday. When you won't be here.
Does not compute.
Huh? Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
You know what else is scary? Sweet buns. Yep, tasty, tasty sweet buns.
Do you mean like dinner rolls?
So
Or...
round, so sweet.
You mean like
so
actual buns?
delicious.
That doesn't sound scary at all.
I'm scared too. Scared of losing my friends.
Huh? Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Monotaro's gonna be the next one to die.
Answer us, Himiko. You chose the middle room to lure us into your trap, did you not? Then you used that trap to
You have to
kill
wonder why they
Tenko,
even do
yes?
the intermission. Actually, I mean, I think that's probably one of those handheld
Puppy lips?
things.
Did you kill that twat?
What?
Wait, must be some mistake. No way Himiko is culprit.
Then she needs to defend herself. Otherwise, this debate is deadlocked.
I don't care if you gotta use magic to do it, but say something already.
Now the magic is real?
Are you even listening?
No, I'm not listening. I don't care anymore. I'm too tired.
Does she actually
Tenko died. Why did I have to survive?
does she actually think that she killed Tenko?
They're all saying I killed them? I just don't care anymore.
Himiko.
Do whatever. If you want to vote for me, then just go ahead.
The game gets really blah if the suspect isn't into it.
That's not the problem.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Himiko, don't give up.
Don't give up even if you're a murderer.
My life is riding on the outcome of this trial.
Oh, because they don't think she killed her. Right. That also makes
I
sense.
told you, I'm too tired. It's all just a big pain. I can't put up with it anymore.
What are you talking about? If you give up here,
You
Don't-
needn't worry. Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
You're too insistent on this.
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tenko.
I mean, that's not
Himiko's
relevant.
Not that kind of person. Gonta can tell by Himiko's face.
No, you can never tell.
Himiko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of
Oh,
handling a
oh God! Wow.
I also think Himiko's not the culprit.
Himiko's still dumb.
Somehow.
Himiko's too dumb to
we gotta look for more possibilities.
have done it.
That does seem like rather a pointless quest.
No, is not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth. So no give up, Himiko.
All right. Okay, that is an actual model.
Performing
Now that I see it close up, you can
experiments in
tell.
that room.
I wasn't sure if it was like a,
Special, is it not?
if it was like
What's the
super
most
thin or
important
whatever.
to picking that room?
Of the 3 empty rooms.
Empty rooms, empty rooms, empty rooms.
Because you laid your trap there.
Was Trap only in that room? Other
Mm.
rooms may be trapped too.
You did it, Ganta.
I agree.
Ganta, the real MVP.
It's just like Gonta said. Each room was the same. They were all trapped.
What? Is that true?
Kokichi will tell you.
No, he won't.
I was way too careless. Wait, what are you talking about?
While you were in the room next to the crime scene, you found a loose floorboard, right?
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped.
What? Hold on! There was also a loose floorboard in the next room?
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
Which,
If the culprit set traps
it's
in all
pretty
rooms,
obvious who that would
they
be.
wouldn't need to select a room themselves.
I'm saying the culprit, it's like, it's only one person that could have been.
For someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
I see. We were caught in the culprit's trap all along.
Uh-huh.
Especially you!
But now there's no reason to suspect Himiko, right?
I want to say no, but
Do you remember
technically,
what Tenko told you?
technically yes, but it's only because someone else is more suspicious.
Live life facing forward. She said that to you, right?
Don't walk backwards. Then you trip into stuff.
Betraying her memory.
Trip over everything. You walking backwards.
We're all
Don't do that.
trying to keep our promises to the dead. This trial, it's not just for our lives. It's for everyone who's died as well. That's why we can't give up. This is our responsibility. We live on.
You're right. Yeah, that's right.
You know what I wonder? Since this game is actually also on the Vita,
Into your Tenko.
I wonder if
That's right.
all these effects and stuff are actually, if it has like lessened effects or whatever.
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore. I won't give up. I'll fight alongside everyone and survive.
Do not say everyone. After all, the Blackened is still among us.
Jeez, there you go. Killing the mood like usual. But damn, well said, Shuichi. That's what I'd expect from my soul, bro.
What?
Your soul, bro?
Is that like Soul Glow?
Well, anyway, do you think the Blackened this time
that
has
how you
some
get
sort
your
of
hair like that?
superpower?
No, Soul Glow doesn't do
What are you
that.
talking about?
Oh god.
Well, as a self-proclaimed expert of
I'm
stepping through
imagining
floorboards,
Kaito with a Jerry curl. Oh no.
isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
Ah, that is a good point.
It must have been barrier magic. Well, that's one possibility, but I think it might have been something else.
Why did no one step forward until it was used for the murder? Hmm? Oh, the thing. Circle. Yeah, no one would have been able to walk. Hole in the corner. There's nothing else, is there? Yep, where are we at? A circle, though.
This is it! It's because of the magic circle at the scene of the crime.
But, I mean,
Before we began the seance, we were warned not to step on the circle.
but that part wasn't actually on under the salt, was it?
The floorboard in question was within the circle.
Oh,
That's
never
why
mind.
no one stepped on it.
So the magic
Wouldn't
circle's purpose was to
Tenko have
keep
stepped
us
on
away
it?
from the whole trick.
That was part of the culprit's plans too?
Like, or I mean, like, I guess she didn't. Obviously, I understand that, but the motive? I know the motive. Opportunity for sure. I don't know a motive though.
It has to be you! Kyo. Was it you?
Whatever are you talking about?
You sound a little
Talking about
different.
Tenko's murder.
Kyo?
Is
Why do you
that
suspect
shocking?
me?
Because you were the one who drew the magic circle.
Like, everyone's going to be shocked no matter who it is.
The circle
Like,
was
if it
just
ended up being
for purposes
Kokichi, then maybe everyone would be like, oh, okay.
But that's not all it was for. In order to make the murder succeed, variables like Tenko's position and the placement of the cage needed to be defined. And those variables were defined by using the magic circle. In short, the circle itself was the most important tool in this murder. Knowing that, the person who drew the magic circle has to be the culprit.
Funny thing is, they still haven't explained how they got that sickle on top of the cage.
Answer already!
Unless it was
Did you do
attached to the sheet. Even then. Yes.
What is
In other
so
words-
funny?
I was just thinking. So this is how each blackened must have felt. What an intriguing experience this is.
What? An intriguing experience?
But if I am the culprit as you claim, then I stomped on the floorboard, yes? So, do tell.
You're gonna say something about
How
how
could I have stomped on the floorboard during that darkened seance?
that is actually a legitimate point, though.
I see. That is problem.
Unless that is made clear, you cannot be certain I am the culprit.
How can you be so calm when you're backed into a corner like this?
I will explain that in due time. Please answer my question first.
Although, I mean, he knew the exact size of the thing, didn't he? You have to know where he was and then know,
Wait a minute. Maybe...
Did you figure it out?
or I guess wasn't he in position to do it? Was he?
That's it!
I mean, he just said it, basically.
The culprit used
No, like, Himiko was the closest, actually.
felt.
Himiko and Shuichi.
That way they could get around in the dark. like how I got to the candle.
Kyo was actually on like the opposite side.
Wasn't Seesaw in middle of room? Gonta doesn't think it was near wall.
So they probably used something besides the wall to move then, right?
Were there any other markers within reach?
The candle.
Of course, the answer to that is there was nothing of the sort.
It'd be just exactly where the candle was. What minigame you're making me do? Okay. Well. Oh god. Mag, maybe. Mag? Magic. Please tell me they're not asking me to use magic circle. The circle itself, I guess. Why not? Sure.
That's it. The magic circle.
How would you use the circle?
Use the magic circle. Remember? The magic circle was drawn with salt. The culprit used the salt's texture to feel their way through the dark.
I see. So Kyo traced the magic circle with his hands to get to the loose floorboard.
I feel like you could have also just used the wall and the candle, but sure.
You drew the magic circle with salt to use it as a guide.
An interesting thought. It is unfortunate that it is so wrong. Recall the document. What did the magic circle look like?
What did it look like?
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
Would that matter?
So what?
When the room was darkened, each of us was in a corner of the room, yes?
I'm not sure what your point is.
The
You can
magic
just go
circle
around it.
didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it, yes?
You can't step forward? What?
Talking about the magic circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
Yeah, I don't...
No, I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
So which is it? Is there any way to check?
No.
Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being trampled on.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
What? What?
What a pain. We don't have any way to check it now.
He took a picture of it?
Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention, please?
Did Kibo take a picture or something?
I guess there's no point in discussing the magic circle anymore.
Kokichi, please.
Hey, may I have your attention?
Just blind everyone.
I apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen to me.
So I decided to blind you all.
I had Mew add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
A penis.
What the?
No way! Did you really? Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that purpose!
Excuse me? What did you
Let me
install?
use it. With it,
Please.
I might
Oh
be able to save
no.
Alright, so, what is this function?
Please tell me it's just a camera.
It's an image recording function.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Image recording?
What did you install it for?
This function allows me to dispense a printout of my own memory. I'll give it a try. Ready?
Did she think he was talking about something else?
From your mouth?
Okay.
I also used magic like that before.
This printout is my memory of being kicked out of the seance. Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible. Go on, take the picture and see for yourself.
I mean, we need to see how close it is to the wall, don't we? Oh, right, yeah, there were lines going out from the edges, I forgot. And they had to, like, step over them.
Well, Shuichi, do you notice anything?
Wait. Oh, never mind. Yeah.
There!
I don't know if I
This helps a
specifically had to
lot,
do
Kibo.
that one,
Without you,
but yeah.
I never would have seen through Kiyo's lie.
I mean, he also could have just slid his hand along the floor until he found the salt.
The magic circle
It wouldn't really matter.
appears in the document.
He'd know which direction he was going in.
But that's a lie, isn't it? The magic circle at the scene had lines that stretched to the room's corners, which means that you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
So it was different from the document after all.
All because Himiko noticed. And because of Kibo, too.
Miyu did something useful.
I'm the one who installed that function into Kibo.
Hey, yeah, what was it you were saying about its purpose?
She is not going to explain that.
Oh, to be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health.
What?
Specifically, I make Kibo use that function every day to analyze my turds. Your what? Why? Shit is a great indicator of intestinal health and gut bacteria quality. Plus, taking a satisfying shit does wonders for a woman's natural beauty, so... See? You're all grossed out! This is why I didn't want to tell you about my plan!
Oh my god. Okay,
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares. Kyo, you killed Tenko, didn't you?
I don't have any, I don't have a response.
So, Kiyo,
I wish it was the
objections, you
penis.
Your deductions are fictional.
That's a sentence I didn't think I'd be saying today.
Well, since you've given me the option,
Whatever.
I will most certainly object. To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing diversion. Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me.
Okay. Argue with Kyo, I guess.
If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon?
What about
It was
it?
set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage. So suspicion should fall on them.
true, we could have placed the
Clipped
silver
it and it gave you the worst
removed it
URL?
because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That
All right.
was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle is Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
I'll cut through your
It
walls.
wasn't on the cage. Genius golden meatloaf doo-doo-doo.
The only person who could have set up the sickle and retrieved it afterward
Uh,
was Kyo.
Yeah, that's
That was done by
that's
covering
maybe
the
not the
cage
best.
with a white cloth. You could have secretly placed the sickle when you draped the cloth. And retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth.
I guess he could have done that.
Then, while everyone was distracted, you discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful! That's exactly correct.
Okay. Did he just do this for fun?
It's correct. Then why don't you give up already?
The trick I put so much work into.
Wait, where did you
is
drop
just
it?
wasted effort now. Alas.
How did he drop it under the floor?
Oh, it was
And get it into the corner?
You killed Tenko?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko, you must hate me so very much. Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed by Monokuma.
Well, that won't be happening.
But unfortunately for you, that
Unless he
won't
also
happen.
killed Angie.
Because if you vote for me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
What you talking about, Kyo?
Why?
You still don't understand? I killed Tenko, that is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Meaningless?
Unless this was like a clever way
You
of
mean Monokuma's extra rule,
of
right?
getting around, getting voted? I don't know. Although Monokuma was gone the whole time, so he wouldn't have been able to ask. Unless he asked before.
You see, I killed Tenko, but not Angie. For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue.
But why though?
Because the blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
Trivial issue? No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
That is simply not possible. Recall that I was unable to enter Angie's lab.
Oh, only student council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
How could I have possibly killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab?
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you. If you're the one who killed Tenko, you gotta be the one who killed Angie.
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly. There is a non-zero possibility that Kyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
Doesn't Kibo have emotions? I don't actually
Of
know.
course I understand. I work really hard to understand.
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
No.
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
I mean, he could also be the killer of Angie, but
This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes? How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer? Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
I mean, we do it all the
We should
time,
talk it out
though.
more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
You mean like all of them?
Nuts to that. Any way you look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit.
We didn't like look into the other Angie's case like at all.
Way to look at it.
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
The culprit's one of you. Wowee! This
Is he just going to straight up tell us that it wasn't him?
like this. The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds.
What?
Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
Oh, is this a
What are you waiting for?
debate thing? Yeah. Didn't seem like it was really like half and half. It seemed like it was only a couple people saying it wasn't Kyo. I don't know. Including the dead people, they're also on our side.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie.
Kibo! We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
Wait, no.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Kyo!
Kyo, do it again.
Entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tanko, but he's not blackened?
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't we just vote now?
I've got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her.
Yeah. That seems weird.
Kibo! We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
I think they expect you to fail more of these.
I've got this! But he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
Wait, that was the wrong one, wasn't it? Oh wait, no, it wasn't.
Found in Kyo's lab.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
No.
So Kyo did kill Tanko, but he
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a...
He used the new
Kyo!
There are very few of us, actually. Yeah, it wasn't actually half and half. Yeah. It was like 4 against like 7 or something. I don't think it was 7.
Mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder. And there's still the mystery of Tenko's murder.
Mystery? What kind of mystery?
Well, Kyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene. I believe it might even have something to do with Angie's murder.
What was that again? Alright, that was the dried blood that we never figured out.
This is it! The blood stain found under the floor. Maki and I found it during the investigation. It was beneath the floorboard that the culprit stomped on.
Is that Tango's blood?
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers.
Plus it was dry.
Also, the bloodstain was already dry when we found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Well, that's weird. Why was that blood stain the only dry one?
That floorboard had been moved before or something. The air was dry. Happened before the seance, or before Tenko was killed. I mean...
Damn it!
Oh, are you saying still from... That's not what I meant.
That's it!
That's not even what it said.
Wasn't from Tenko's
Like,
murder.
2 of those are technically accurate.
It was there before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
That's it! That bloodstain wasn't Tenko's. It was Angie's.
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
That's a legitimate question.
Yeah, wasn't Angie killed in her research lab?
Oh, that floorboard could have been moved.
She found her body there doesn't mean she was killed there.
Ah, I guess that's possible.
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities. We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab. But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
It was Maki.
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start. So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
Because those are the only places that hadn't been
Empty
investigated.
rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Did Angie have business in rooms?
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
I do lie a lot, and I could be lying right now too.
Of course.
I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
Is Kokichi suicidal, or what's his deal? Kyo? He's probably right. He tends to be. When he doesn't just try to fuck with us.
The art research lab is not where Angie was killed.
Blood on the tip. Anyone could have entered the lab.
She was
Yeah.
killed in the empty room instead.
She
Yep.
left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Except for candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle! To keep herself awake at night.
Actually, probably not that, but she did need fire. Right? Yeah, I guess where else would she get fire?
She would drip hot wax on her body.
That sounds like something only you would do.
Uh,
Mia.
The art research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead.
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room?
There shouldn't have been anything in there. Except for candles. That's it!
I agree.
V consents.
That's it. Angie went to that
Surprised
room
all
to
this
see
time I
Angie.
haven't made an evil lore joke.
Yeah, for kinky wax play.
Let's say that's it. It's there's.
Angie was
I
According
let's just
to
pretend
Ned
that was the one.
to resurrect the
That's all you
dead.
get.
Then, did she seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab. So she went to go get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
And that's when the culprit attacked her.
She looks weird from the back. I guess because you just see the jacket.
That's why there was dried blood under floor.
Did they flip the floorboard over?
Which means Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held. Bravo, Himiko. Well done for choosing that room for the seance. If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room. If that happened, no one would
You
have
turned on the game
discovered-
audio? I didn't. I don't think. I can turn it up. It's probably been quiet for a while, honestly.
Angie's blood stain under the floorboards.
That's right. Shuichi and I only checked under the floorboards where Tenko died.
Yep, it's all thanks to Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie. This must be a Tua's will. Or maybe the power of magic.
Why not both? Wouldn't those be the,
It's
both be
neither.
magic?
I just picked one.
Some form?
Hold on. You're all acting as though you've proven that as fact already. You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room, and then moved to the lab? Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab? It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved.
I think she was still alive after the attack in the empty room. She was killed after she was carried to her lab.
So they hit her with the floorboard and then carried her there? The forehead injury.
This is it!
They did say something about the blood there not being a lot of
The
blood.
fatal wound was a cut to the back of her neck from the katana. But she also showed signs of blunt force trauma, and I think I know why.
Wait, did it say that? Did it say specifically? It said lacerations on her forehead. It didn't, yeah, actually. Also, yeah, what was with the duct tape? Why was there duct tape on her? I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that.
After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
Unless that was used as like a bandage or something? Yeah, that's probably it.
See. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow.
It's probably used as like a bandage, so she wouldn't drip blood on the way to the room.
Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her off.
Probably.
All clear. This is all clear. What are you all talking about? All clear? What is
Now you're
all
looking
clear?
real sketchy.
What are you? All clear? What are you all? You what? What? I will not fear. I will
Excuse me.
not back down.
Sweet Korekio.
Calm yourself.
What?
Their words are all hollow. There is no meaning to any of them. You must teach these ignorant children a lesson.
Yes, you're right. Okay.
Ooh,
I'll teach them.
I don't know. You have multiple personality disorder or something?
You're giving me the goddamn willies!
Just no one noticed that?
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all. It's full of doubts, of mysteries, of a dense, impenetrable fog.
Is it his sister? Or is it his mother?
Nothing is clear at all.
Or no one?
Angie was attacked in the empty room first. And then carried into the research lab? Impossible! Impossible! That's nothing but a delusion! You intend to poison our minds with your delusions?
Yes.
It's no delusion. Angie's 2 external wounds tell the story. After she was struck in the empty room, she was carried to the art research lab and then killed.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains.
Oops. Well, actually, no, that's correct.
I was wrong!
It's the wrong part to try to...
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wiped them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
Hmm?
You say the culprit carried Angie's body?
I mean, the floorboard also
And not a single drop of blood fell?
had blood
The
on
hallway and
it.
empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wiped them down later, there'd still be traces
I mean,
of
which
evidence
one?
left
Which
behind,
one do
but
they
there was
want me
no
to?
evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
No.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains.
No, it's not that. Okay.
I was wrong!
You say the culprit carried Angie's body?
I mean, I know the
And not
deal
a
with the
single
duct tape,
drop
but
of
I
blood
wasn't
fell.
sure.
The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wiped them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence. Where was there, Shuichi?
Looks like I barely missed. No, because he if I missed, he wouldn't have said anything at all. It wouldn't even have advanced. It would have just pretended like I just.
Bloody tape under
It would have
Angie's
just
body.
kept going, basically.
What?
It was wrapped around her head to stop the bleeding while she was being carried.
Bloody tape? Gonta didn't notice at all.
Well, I don't think you really investigated.
It's most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of. But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it.
It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt, and ended up under her body.
It must have been Atua who did that for us.
What? Atua? How long are you going to keep that up?
Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
I'm convinced there's only one person who could have killed Angie.
It was you.
It has to be you!
Only because you're
It's
being
you,
real
Leo.
sketchy.
You killed Angie.
What the fuck? So it's true!
Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious answer.
You killed both of them. Why did you kill them?
In terms of pure logic, only one victim was necessary to win.
Maybe it was to throw us off?
Why? Why you killed them both?
I think one of the murders was an accident.
An accident?
Angie was an accident?
That's right. It wasn't
Or
part of the
Tenko,
plan.
rather.
Huh? Which one?
How would... the only thing I could think of would be Tenko's. Angie's wouldn't...
Oh no!
I mean, we don't know much of anything about Angie's, but I'm not sure how he's determining this. And that means I don't know how you can expect me to get this correct on the first try.
Tenko wasn't accident?
That's right. Hio originally planned to kill someone with
Like,
a
they really
scissor,
just want you to do these a second time,
but while he was making preparations
because there's,
for
like,
the
no
room,
way to
Angie
get all
walked
these
in.
correct.
So he decided to kill her in order to keep her from talking.
So Tenko was the actual plan?
Happened to walk in on the culprit setting up and was killed.
Then you should have just stopped there. Once he killed Angie, there was no reason for him to kill Tenko.
There must have been a specific reason he wanted to kill
You
Tenko.
only needed to kill one for this game. Killing two is pointless. If you get bonus points for killing more, then sure. Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
Why, Kyo? Why you kill two of our friends?
What on earth are you talking about? No, I'm not the culprit.
It's my sister.
So, why is everyone looking at me like I am? Why? Why are they? Why is it? Calm yourself, Korekio. Yes.
Sounds like the same voice actor, which
You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter.
it is the same voice actor.
You mustn't lose composure. You mustn't become flustered. You mustn't waver. Look at their horrid faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
There he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
It almost seems like he's talking with someone.
Someone? He's just talking to himself. And why the hell is he wearing lipstick?
Maybe he just likes it. Maybe he just likes lipstick.
No matter how loudly you protest, this is a trivial matter.
It's also quite clear
Never acknowledge
he has some sort of disorder.
Not a single one of them. So you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie.
No, there somehow is.
No.
Let's check before Shuichi says it. That there is somehow evidence that he specifically killed her. No, I see actually no evidence. There's like nothing else that hasn't been addressed already, actually.
I will not acknowledge it. I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I won't acknowledge fiction, mystery. I won't acknowledge your deductions or guesses. Well said. Good job, Korekio. Yes, thanks.
Creeps me the fuck out!
I mean, there isn't really.
You're wrong. There is evidence.
Okay, well,
What?
you want to tell me
You
where
do
you're going with
realize
that?
bluffs like that won't work, yes?
The weapon that was used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room.
Oh, do you mean the floorboard? Right, yeah.
That weapon tells us the whole story, Kyo.
Doesn't really tell us anything about him.
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood. Apologize. Come on, apologize. 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 Come on. Apologize. 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 Apologize.
Seriously, what the hell's happening?
Do it.
I have nothing to
That's
admit.
something.
You are simply wrong. Yes, I'm not the culprit. So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong. Yes, I'm not the culprit. So I have...
I did it.
Why must you
Did it
force your
perfect that time.
delusions on us? Your logic. That's merely a delusion. Well said, Korekio. To continue this debate is meaningless. Why force your delusions on us. Your logic? That's merely a delusion. Yes? I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me! Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me! Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me! Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 Apologize.
Okay, yeah.
You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
Oh,
I
God.
told you I am
I
not
wasn't
the
sure.
culprit. So why are you looking at me like that?
Okay, other way around, I guess.
You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
It ends here!
Okay.
Keo hit Angie with the same floorboard used in the seesaw trick.
Hashtag feminism.
I see. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
There was a small patch of dried blood on the underside of the floorboard.
Angie's blood?
Wonder, are they just gonna do that for every
Culprit struck Angie
culprit
with the board.
at this point? Because they actually didn't do that for Kaede.
Only
I
evidence that
checked.
she was hit
Believe
with
me,
the
I
floorboard.
checked. Like her
There's
clothes
also
ripped,
the
but they
blood
didn't
stain under the floor to
completely
consider.
fly off of
For
her.
that to be there, the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack.
Good point. Had the floorboard been in place, her blood wouldn't have splattered beneath it.
Keo's earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used.
How?
If the weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick,
It means the culprit knew about the seesaw, so the same person killed Tenko and Angie.
It's quite the scream. Guy's getting paid.
I believe that while
Getting that
Keo was setting
paycheck.
up the seesaw, he was holding the board
Collecting those royalties.
when Angie walked in.
And he cold-cocked her with a floorboard.
all you can do now is accept it. You even confessed to Tenko's murder already.
What's true? This is the truth.
Looks like we're almost at the end.
Gonna get a explanation for the
All right,
motive.
Shinichi, I'll leave the finale to you. Bring down the house.
Shinichi, please, put an end to this. For Angie and Tenko's sake. End this class trial.
I mean, technically only Monokuma can do that, but you know.
I'll go over everything one more time.
I mean, but we all, it's like, if I were to mess up, I'd be like, well, I guess it
will
was
force you to
Shuichi.
confess.
I think we were wrong this whole time. Like, it's so, like, okay, anyway. Unlock, this kill, stuck duct tape. But knocked Angie unconscious. Actually, I should just go through the path. The salt. There we go. That's a katana. Sliding lock. Now it's gonna make me do all of these before I can get the rest of them. The duct tape. Roof floorboard. Stone. Sickle place to kill. Footsteps. Cut crosspiece. I might as well just, since I have all of them now. There's effigy. And now they don't use fake clues, so there's that. Although I feel like they could have. It wasn't that hard to deal with. Creature. Creature responsible for extinguishing the candles. There we go.
This is the truth of the case. Let's look back at the first murder. It was late last night. The culprit was in the empty room on the 4th floor. The culprit was preparing the seance murder they had planned. To use the floorboard as a seesaw, they had to cut the crosspiece supporting it. The plan was to make the same preparations for all 3 empty
Still wondering
rooms.
why kill
This
Tenko?
would
Because
divert
it doesn't
suspicion away
seem.
from the culprit and whoever picked a room. To cut the cross pieces, they needed a saw. I imagine they got one from the warehouse. They were planning to cut the cross pieces in.
There must have been a specific reason he wanted to kill Tenko then. Because, yeah, otherwise it doesn't really make any sense. You could have just killed Angie and been done.
However, when the culprit was working on the middle room, the unexpected happened. Angie walked into that room and saw the culprit making their preparations. She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone to the room for a candle. At that point, the culprit had not finished the setup and was just cutting cross pieces. Angie might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan. But now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw trick. Any other person might have just given up, but not our culprit. The culprit took the floorboard they loosened and struck the unsuspecting Angie in the head. The culprit did not want to give up on their plan and had to improvise.
But what if the blood ended up dripping not into the floor, under the floor?
To stop the bleeding. Then they picked up her unconscious body and carried her to a research lab. While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end. But because they were in a hurry, they made a crucial oversight. They didn't notice the duct tape had peeled off and was under Angie's body. Without that evidence, we may never have figured out the culprit's trick.
Shouldn't there have been blood on her hair, actually? If the duct tape was over her hair?
Carrying the supplies they needed, the culprit returned to the ultimate art lab. Locked the front door from inside. And took out the katana they brought from their own lab. They then stabbed Angie in the back of the neck, finally killing her. Then, to further
For a second,
confuse us,
I was very confused for a
Culprit
second.
attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they
I
used
was like,
rope
wait,
from the
and then
warehouse and
he
hung
knocked
4
out
effigies
Kaede?
upside down. There were 2 reasons for this. To overwhelm the room with an occult atmosphere. And the other was the key to locking the room. The culprit stuck the katana into Kaede's effigy near the rear entrance. And spun the effigy around to twist up the rope.
It's the only instance where the Blackened is actually as deranged as the Silhouette Man?
After
I'm sure there have been
enough turns,
others.
The culprit let go and headed for the rear door.
Oh yeah, there have been others. There have been worse, in fact. Unless you just mean in this game.
Once released, the effigy began spinning, and the gold leaf katana with it.
Yeah, like look at this image. That doesn't look like that thing's nearly close enough to that door. That door looks so small.
Locking the door. A difficult trick, but remember that the lock was so loose it moved at the slightest touch. The culprit also would have had the opportunity to attempt it many times. Once complete, the door was locked, but the duct tape was left behind. Perhaps the culprit noticed it, but by that point, it was too late. The room was sealed. There was no way for them to get back inside. Then, this morning, we opened up the room and discovered Angie's body.
Look at Shuichi looking all cool.
The culprit
Like,
wasn't finished.
nah.
They wanted one more
Did he
murder.
draw this?
To do that,
Why does he look
they
like super
manipulated
buff?
us into performing this seance. Of the 3 empty rooms, the middle one was chosen for the seance. I was invited by Kokichi to take Kibo's place in the seance. Tenko volunteered to be the medium, but she never imagined it would get her killed. To perform the seance, the
Oh yeah, was it
claimed
going to be
needed
someone
something
else?
for Tenko. A small stone that Himiko had brought from the courtyard.
Because did she volunteer in place of someone else? I don't remember.
Tenko, at the culprit's request, bowed her head until it was touching the stone. That position was instrumental in making sure the murder went as planned. Next, Kokichi and I placed the iron cage over Tenko in the middle of the magic circle. The culprit then volunteered to drape the white cloth over the iron cage. We didn't realize it at the time, but that was a deliberate decision by the culprit. They needed to set up the murder weapon that was used to kill Tenko. While they were covering the cage with a cloth, they secretly placed the sickle. Finally, 4 of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage. the culprit used the weight of the statue to keep the murder weapon in place. After the preparations were complete, we began the seance.
Could you imagine if he just like fucked it up and the sickle wasn't sticking through the cage at all? He just made Tenko hit her head on the top of the cage and that would be it.
In complete darkness, we each stood in one corner and sang the Cage Child song. When the song finished, the soul of the dead was supposed to enter the medium. But our culprit had another plan, to commit a murder in the darkness. Right after we started singing, the culprit began making their way toward Tenko. It would have been quite difficult to do in total darkness, but our culprit had a guide. They used the lines of the magic circle drawn with salt. The culprit felt for the salt and used it to guide them along.
I would love to see the process of them coming up with these
And when the culprit reached the center of the circle,
these like trials and like, well, not the trials so much as like the murder methods.
they found the floorboard that had its crosspiece cut off the night before. Then lifted up their foot and stomped down.
These are always super elaborate.
The floorboard lifted up like a seesaw and pushed Tenko's body up toward the ceiling of the cage. Tenko was stabbed in the back of the neck by the sickle on the top of the cage. She was killed right before our eyes, and we didn't even see it. After committing the crime, the culprit followed the salt back to their corner. Finished the ritual and had us light the candles. We followed the culprit's directions and removed the equipment used for the seance. And
Watch that camera there.
Body.
I don't need to. I'm already close to enough to getting banned.
And while we were all focused on the body, the culprit picked up the sickle and dropped it under the floor through the hole in the corner of the room. Ironically, the final step of the murder was unwittingly carried out by us.
Where was...
The culprit had planned the murder so that we would unintentionally destroy some evidence.
I don't actually... I guess I never actually checked which
the culprit used to navigate in the dark.
part of the floor we were under. I assume the sickle was on the opposite side of the room from where the
The culprit didn't know that Kibo had taken a picture.
Yeah, I assume the sickle was on the opposite side of the room from where the hole was. Like the opposite corner, like near the door. But maybe it was actually on the other side.
And we know the culprit drew the magic circle. Korekio Shinguchi, the ultimate anthropologist. You're the culprit behind these murders.
But the real question, I still have not got an answer to, is what is an anthropologist? I'm aware that I could have just Googled that. I could do that anytime, but still.
Sweet Korekio. There are times when it's necessary to admit defeat. Admit?
No, he could just keep going. Try, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Just stall. It wouldn't work, Monaco won't stop him.
Did it.
Unfortunately. Yes. Yes. It's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. My one regret, my only regret, was not being able to make 100 friends.
Excuse me?
100 friends?
It was my dream to make 100 friends.
Just go on Facebook, you'll do it instantly.
Oh, it's so unfortunate! I was so close to 100!
What are you talking about? I do not understand a word of this.
What is Miu freaking out about? No,
Let's
nothing
vote for
now.
this kooky bastard and be done with this already.
Roger that! One voting time coming up!
The heart racing excitement as...
They're both like, yeah,
As the blackened and the spotless finally face off.
I wonder if Monodam is going to try to kill Monotaro,
Voting time!
and then he's going to, like, counter. So, oh, God. Okay. It was just voting. I could have. It doesn't matter. Why did I almost actually just vote for Shuichi?
Now then,
I'd still like to know what happens if you vote for the wrong person.
Let's see the result.
Yeah. He didn't even vote for Shuichi this time. Vote wrong, do the whole trial again. That's the one thing that makes you start over, is the voting right at the end.
As the blackened.
I would actually have to go back to the intermission, because that's where it would
Or the
have saved me. Unless it just deletes your saves. Shinguji. I guess that's his surname. Suppose. Are all those monocoins the monocoins I get for completing the trial? Is that the lore? I got a B on one of those. Miss retry. Oh, retry. Retrying is its own thing. Is this where I... Oops. I meant to check the details. I didn't mean to advance. Oh well. It's not important.
Absolutely right.
In a row? Do you expect us to get it wrong at some point? Wouldn't... No? What? Wouldn't that be impossible? Yes, that would actually literally be impossible.
For now.
Even from the beginning. With 16 students.
Right.
Oh?
That's a reference to something? Of course it is.
Hey.
Oops.
Shut up!
Uh-huh.
What?
Ne?
Yes. There is someone that I love.
Who is it? They explain the 100 friends thing? Not really.
She loves me with all her heart.
Okay.
Yes. We vowed
Maybe.
an endless love to each
Oh
other.
no.
Forever bound by fate.
Oh no, I was not prepared for this.
Between us.
Don't look at that.
By an intense love.
Just look away. Just scroll it down just halfway or something like that. Or all the way.
Don't tell me.
I think I'm okay. The Twitch cops aren't watching, right?
Wonderful.
Wait.
Yeah.
No one was... Jesus, what? I am the Twitch cop. Oh no.
Hey!
I actually know a Twitch cop. For whatever it's worth.
Hey.
Yes, we're aware that you have multiple personality disorder.
Sister.
Is this some sort of incestuous relationship?
Wait.
No one was thinking you were his sister. Kokichi,
Right.
please, alright,
Wait.
Whatever is the matter?
Okay then. Alright. Why do you do this?
Her so deeply, and she loved me so deeply.
Stop this!
The fact that we were siblings meant nothing to us. They called it forbidden love, but none could stop the love we shared. Oh, how I long for my
Bad
sister's
game.
warmth.
Stop doing this game.
The only time I felt at peace was when I was enveloped in my sister's warmth.
This game must be deleted. It must be. Oh no.
For my beloved sister.
Oh no.
Always messing around.
No. Huh? Sister.
Did he even have a sister? No, never mind.
However,
Oh. Okay.
Do you understand?
So you're insane, in other words.
For my beloved sister!
Okay.
Huh?
So there wasn't really much of a reason.
Incomprehensible.
It didn't need to be anyone specific.
Sister.
Yes. What?
I am Korekio's older sister.
What?
Yes.
Is he going to claim he was possessed?
I am pleased.
Or do you just have
Sister.
multiple personality disorder? Because that seems more likely.
Korekio.
There's an actual condition that does this to you.
Are you serious?
I told you.
Ew.
Well, you know.
He killed
What was
97 other people, didn't he?
Because
You just wanted to kill people.
Unacceptable.
What?
Huh?
Didn't remember him saying it. Kyokichi's face reminds me of Flowey. Yeah. I mean, they're basically the same character.
Wonderful.
Besides Maki and Miyu.
Meh?
Why you?
Then...
Excellent. Wonderful.
Huh?
but
Oh, right, they didn't know about that.
Can this be? Beautiful. Well,
Oh, God.
No way!
well, you know.
let's see. For my beloved sister!
No.
Okay.
You're killing Kaito. Talking too much about ghosts.
However,
So, there was no real reason.
What is that?
Yeah, so he's just a serial killer.
oh dear.
Why? But how?
Do not worry.
How did you learn this?
That's right.
Because you went insane. Okay. Good to know.
Sister.
What was that?
Well... Nyeh! And another thing.
Is that the case?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, if people were watching this, but no one would ever... Yeah, that wouldn't happen. You talking about me? You trying to... You trying to do something, game? Nah. Come on now. That's not gonna work. Not on me. He really is Flowey.
Sister. Sister. Correctio.
Oh. It's punishment time!
I mean, I don't know if they're talking about people in universe or if they're talking about the player.
That's right.
All right. Can't accept what?
Therefore, from an anthropological point of view,
Because people are insane.
What
Your
was
lifestyle determines your death style?
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
I shall observe.
I'd rather you
That's
didn't.
right. Humanity is beautiful.
It's punishment time!
All right then. Oh great, which one of them is going to die this time? Why would they stand here during this? Why would you want to be here? You already know. Is it going to be both of them? All right then. Is one of them going to catch on fire? Or maybe it'll be Monodam. I don't know. Okay. Oh no, why you do this to me? What? What is this? No, none of that. No incest. Monokuma says no incest. Also, yeah, what?
Gory!
How can this be? Yay!
They're all gonna come back at the end, aren't they? I just know that's what's gonna happen. They're all gonna come back. Monotaro has to be the last one left, that's why. Everyone but you.
Hey.
Eh?
Well now. Wah, 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 wah.
Not at this point. Probably not. Oh no, that's not good. It's fine though. It'll be fine. It actually just won't even matter.
Told you.
Basically just means I won't be able to pause the game for a minute, but
What's the point?
I'll just let this play. Unless I get another interruption. Yeah, it doesn't actually like pause the game or anything, so.
Oh yeah. So long. Farewell.
Always messing around.
What does that even mean?
Of course.
What?
But
You're right.
Not really. A lot of those talents aren't very useful. Actually, Ganta's like strength and whatnot. Yeah. I mean, yours is cosplay, so I don't.
You're right.
Could be useful for something else, maybe. She's a contract killer?
That's right.
Mock is being friendly now. Is Kokichi gonna try to get Maki to kill him or something? I don't know.
Oh.
That's more than I thought, actually.
actually,
Yeah.
But... well, you know... Shit.
I mean, I don't know. He's either gonna do that or he's...
But you
or he's just gonna, you know, obstruct more cases.
I believe in you.
Either way, he's probably gonna live till
Okay.
the end, till at least like the last
Well,
chapter,
of
or like
course.
second to last chapter.
Hey, hey!
The people who don't deserve it live the longest.
How exciting!
No way!
So Kokichi and Miyu will probably live till the end of the game. Gonta's too useful. And too nice.
You alright?
Hey,
I don't know. Well,
Okay.
Gonta's archetype basically always has to die.
You're so dumb.
huh?
Because I'm a liar. But
Miyu's gonna survive the whole thing.
Right?
nuh-uh. Because hey!
Smokey is absent at weird times? Not really. I don't talk to her much, but that's it. I think she's that like unassuming character that just survives to the end because whatever. Well, no, there's plenty. Usually, that type of character that's just in the background the whole time survives. One of them does.
Damn it.
And yeah, that character would totally be Tsumugi in this case. Because she's barely done anything. There's always like one character that just barely gets any development, basically, through the whole game, and is just sort of like... Yeah, just sort of there. I don't think your tears should bubble up like that. That seems, maybe unhealthy, I don't know. However, oh great. What did Kokichi do? Oh, never mind.
Is she hard to carry, Gonta?
I imagine not.
No, she fine.
She's sleeping very peacefully.
Can I make
She's
this my
all tuckered
wallpaper?
out after crying.
Hold on.
Robots sleep well after leaking their oils
There we
too,
go.
right?
I have told you many times that I do not use oil as my fuel source.
Get that wallpaper. Get it.
But wow, that really surprised me. She passed out as soon as she stopped crying.
Yeah, but she looks so peaceful sleeping like that.
She probably felt better after letting it all out, don't you
Could just screenshot it. I don't care though.
Yeah, I hope so.
Then Gonta carry Himiko to her room.
Make sure you focus real good on your back, you hear me? You'll need that focus if you want to feel her little mosquito bites poking ya!
Why do you do this?
There's no way he'd do such a thing. Gonta isn't gentleman after all.
Like, I don't... I don't know.
Huh?
Well,
I feel like normally, like, Miyu's type of character, I wouldn't hate, but I don't... I think she's pushing it too hard.
But
Got it.
okay.
Ha!
Okay.
Got it.
What? Is he actually sick? Oh, great.
Damn it. I don't have time to be dying. I still haven't gone into space yet. Damn it. No way am I gonna die here.
He's gonna kill
No
someone.
way.
Also, what's wrong with him? Does he just have some sort of condition? Well, expect Kaito to be the next killer. Given how important he's been, or at least how prominent he's been, I expected he would not survive to the end, one way or another. But yeah, that's it. So, goodbye. No, not yet. What's left? What's left to say? Scene was a red herring. I don't know. He's not living to the end one way or another. That scene meant something, but what it meant, I don't know. What was I doing? Nothing in particular. But yes. Tomorrow, I guess. I don't know. Tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. That's. Oh yeah, I know what tomorrow is, right? Tomorrow's Thursday. That means it's the mystery stream. But that's not important because you're not. There's nothing. I can tell you. I could give you a hint. I could give you a hint as to what it is. I feel like if I gave you a hint, it would be way too obvious what it is. I don't know how to hint at that. Your hint is that it's a video game. I'm playing a video game tomorrow. Oh. Yeah. It's Billy Hatcher. You wish. No. Absolutely not. There's your hint that it is not Billy Hatcher. I could tell you at least. Well, it is a game that did not make it onto a Tuesday. That's what I'll say. Didn't make it onto a God. It's Tuesday reject. It's Knack. No. Knack is dead. Knack is dead forever. Until Knack 3. Until then he's dead. He's dead to me. But Friday's Mario Odyssey. Yeah. I don't know how long that stream's gonna be. It's gonna go until it's gonna start as soon as it physically possibly can, and it's going to end it'll end when it ends. It'll end when I'm done. Not when I'm done with the game. When I'm done playing is when it will end. Also, this isn't. I don't know why I'm saying also. There's no also really, but since I'm here, I've been wanting a 3DS capture card because I got all these 3DS games that I don't know when I'm going to finish. I just bought Odyssey 5 on launch day and haven't played it at all yet, since I've still been trying to finish Metroid. Well, trying, not really trying, but I play Metroid every few days. But no. But I wanted to finish Metroid before I moved on to Etrian Odyssey, and then Mario and Luigi came out too before that, so it's like, what do I do? I bought Paper Jam, never played that. But whatever. This has nothing to do with anything really. I just wanted to say it. But anyway. Danganronpa will be back on Monday. We'll do chapter 4. Do the daily life and the investigation. And that's what Monday will be. And then Tuesday will be the other thing. Luigi's Mansion, right, forgot. I was like, wait, what was Tuesday? Oh, and Luigi's Mansion is probably starting at like 2, probably, rather than 4. Because if I start at 4, then I probably won't be, because I'm playing the whole thing, and I probably won't be done until if I were to start at 4, I wouldn't be done until like maybe midnight. Because the game's like 6 to 8 hours, something like that. It's somewhere in that range. I can probably finish it faster than is like standard though. I don't know. I'll look at a speed run. I'll study a speed run and speed run it. No, I won't do that, but I don't know. We'll see how much I remember from like the last like 10 years ago when I played it or whatever. But anyway, that's that is neither here nor there. What is here nor there? Here and there. It's both, in fact. Is that the stream is ending forever. I'm never coming back. This is actually the last stream. The rest was a prank. This was all an elaborate prank. You thought this was gonna be a regular thing, but no. I'm ending it here forever, so don't come back tomorrow. Don't show up because there's not gonna be a stream. That's a lie. I shouldn't say that. Why am I saying that? No. Come back from Mystery Stream tomorrow. 4 o'clock. Same time. Same place. Goodbye.
Could be natural, even when we
to that. Red Bull, fit for Jack, same day, hit the mass lanes, they ain't fit for that. We ain't hit the mass, kick shit, get you back. Ramones, Mr. Pack, cartoons, Mr. Rap. When the new shit getting too old, had a disc G-Shock. The new goal is you blow. Lot of hate said it just, Ye said the best. All in the press, y'all all let it rest. I'm the little dream of black teens that stay on country road, but I roll with bad teens. Taxing for the beast, I'm relaxing the peace. Pack for the week, we stacking the cheese. Max fees, the track fees, back to please. On the phone, give me dogs, speaking Japanese. Worldwide, planet trips, I wish you granted see this. My planes playing the class of Final Fantasy shit. People call me asshole, figure that. I don't fall, it's natural. In fact, going back for the goal.